Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing the first Writerly Wednesday on this channel. This is a series that I would like to do on my channel every Wednesday where I come to you and I talk to you about my writing progress and basically just anything regarding writing and all of that fun stuff. With NaNoWriMo going on this month, I have been more encouraged to write. I actually started a brand new project. However, I'm not exactly writing the first draft yet. I'm still very much in the planning and brainstorming, organizing stage. I received the idea in like mid-October, but I was very much in the middle of a production at that point of The Addams Family, and I was at rehearsals and the show most of the time, and so it just wasn't a good time for me to be spending on a novel, so I didn't get to participate in Preptober the way that I wanted to because I had a lot less time than I was expecting, which is fine. That just means that all of my planning needed to go into November rather than October. So I am totally a rebel in that I am not doing traditional nano. I am counting my word count in the words that I'm putting into my research, my outline, any sort of planning that I'm doing with the novel, and kind of counting it that way rather than the amount of words that I'm putting into the first draft. I am kind of starting on draft 0, which I count as more so an extended outline because it's not necessarily a draft, but it is, I don't know, I think it's just my way of not putting the pressure on myself while I'm writing in that this is the first draft, because I feel like when I get to the first draft I'm always really worried and I get really anxious in that everything has to be perfect. My perfectionist side comes out and I just want everything to be perfect. So by calling it draft 0, it almost feels like it doesn't count, and it is very much more so an extended outline, and it's me telling myself the story, and so I'm not so worried about it. It's just me kind of being in the space, being in my world with my characters, figuring out what they're about, what the world's about, how everything's working, and it's just my way, I guess, of plotting, because I'm a pantser, but I'm also kind of a plotter. I'm very much in the middle in that I can't plot too much or I have a hard time actually writing, but I can't go in with absolutely nothing. Like, I have to have an idea of what's going on. I have to have an idea of my characters and the general plot before I really get into that. And so draft 0 is where I am starting to write out scenes and I'm getting to know my characters while also spending time doing research. There's a lot of research that's going into this story, but it's all incredibly fun research, and it's a lot of fun. I guess I should tell you guys what it's about. The working title for my novel is Project Voodoo, and I got this idea from watching Magicians, which is interesting because the story, it's a lot different. It has similarities in that it has a similar vibe to it. My work in progress has a very dark, magical, kind of brutal vibe. I was just captured by Elliot and his entire character, and that's when my character Nikolai came to me. He is very much like Elliot, like they could be brothers. However, Nikolai is different in the fact that he's very trusting of people, even though he might not necessarily seem like he is at first. When Nikolai came to me, I didn't know what to do with him. I didn't have the story idea yet. I just had this magnificent character who I knew was going to be very important in his story and was very powerful, and he needed a world that kind of represented that and really played into that. And so none of the stories that I was currently writing when he came to me fit that description and what I wanted for him. And I've always been really into witchcraft and witchy type things. Anything having to do with magic has always been totally up my alley, and I've been wanting to write a story about witches. However, I just didn't have the idea yet. I just didn't have an idea that felt good yet. And so that is why I was super excited when this project came to me. There's a lot of research that still needs to be done for it, in the fact that I really want to go more traditional with the witchcraft, like, magic aspects of things. Like, it's still going to be fiction, it's still going to be fantastical, and it's still going to have those really spectacular magical elements to it that aren't realistic, but I want the roots of it to still be true to what those religions are, like their core foundations. I want them to be legit, in that, like, I plan on having several different types of magic represented in the novel. I know for sure that there's going to be Wicca elements and there's going to be Voodoo elements. Those are the two main ones, but I think I will discover more that I want to incorporate when I get more into the research aspects of everything. But Project Voodoo, I really don't want to get into too much about what it's about, but I can tell you that it is about a young girl who is kidnapped and brought to this other world. When she's brought to this new world, she is forced to perform this ritual of sorts. It's kind of more of like a ceremony. She ends up killing this woman, and she realizes that as their souls kind of leave their body. It's really cool. But basically, she ends up discovering by the end of the ritual that she killed this young woman, and right before the young woman leaves, her soul is taken by this dark creature. Before the dark creature takes her away, Samantha is told that there are pages missing from the ritual that can save her. And so that is kind of what propels Samantha through the story, where she is, one, figuring out who she is in this world and everything that comes with that, but also trying to find the missing pages to the ritual in order to help this girl that she killed. And so there's bad guys, there's blood, there's gore, there's a lot of death, and I'm really excited about it. It's really dark, but there's just some fun aspects. Like, I feel like I've already told you guys too much, but that's basically all I can tell you so far, because it's still in the process of being developed. But that's basically that premise. That very beginning part is definitely set in stone. That's how I want the story to begin, and I'm really excited about it. And every time I sit down, I'm learning something completely new, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good. I'm so stoked. Right now, I only have, I think, like a little over 1,000 words written. I am probably going to progress that a little further, but right now I'm definitely want to get into research, and I plan on getting all of the profiles done for both Nikolai and Samantha, my two main characters, by next Wednesday. Seeing as this is the first time that I've done the process this way, I really don't know what to expect, but I do foresee myself continuing to add words to draft 0, but I really can't tell you much more about what else I'm going to be working on aside from research into Wicca and Voodoo, and to do more exercises for the development of the story and some of the settings, and kind of further brainstorming and building on that aspect of it. That's basically all I know for right now. I'm super excited. It's going to be a really great process, and I'm excited about this one. And that's really exciting because I haven't been excited about a writing project in a while. So that's all I have for you guys today. Let me know below if you're writing something and what that's about. If you have a video, I would love to watch it, so link it below. If you are writing, how is your writing process going? Like, let me know. Let's talk. Let's chat. Also, like and subscribe and follow me on other social media, which will also be below. And I just want to connect with you. So, yeah. I will see you guys in another video. Bye!